Hello, and today we're going to take your IELTS test. This mock test is recorded at Overseas Level Institute, and the candidate name is Vishwas with the candidate number of 99105. Yes. Your examiner is Pete Shuvola, and the examiner code is 10958. All right. So, good morning.
Good morning.
So, can I know your
My name is Vishwas Narendravich, but you can call me Vishwas.
Okay, Vishwas. So, where are you from?
I am from a small town called Jagadri, which is situated in Haryana.
Okay. All right. So, in the real test, the examiner will ask for your ID. So, you need to show your passport or any identification. Since this is a mock test, so we don't require it. Okay.
Yes.
All right. So, now let's talk about what you do. So, are you a student or you're working?
I have recently completed my graduation from Mukanlal National College, which is situated in Yamunanagar itself. I pursued it I completed it a month ago, and I think that it will for sure help me in pursuing my future endeavors, and the subjects that it offers will help me to have a better understanding of the job.
So, which was your favorite subject class too?
In my opinion, this physics was my favorite subject when I was studying at the school, because the working of the world and the gravity and all other concepts were very intriguing to me, and I found all of them very interesting. I was always very keen on understanding the concepts thoroughly, and all my teachers also made it very interesting for me.
All right. So, you would like to study similar subjects in between?
Yes, in my opinion, if I get the chance to study physics when I become in future for future careers, I would definitely do this, as it will as my interest in it will make it an easy task for me, because the understanding will provide me with a better knowledge of the job or work with which I am placed in. So overall, I think I would definitely prefer to work.
Alright. So now, let's go on with the work health. So, is it important to you to eat healthy food?
Definitely, it is very crucial for me to have some type of healthy food, as I have integrated many type of healthy fruits and different things in my daily diet. And I think everyone should do this because of the certain medical reasons, but also eating healthy makes you lead a healthy life. So it is a very crucial thing to implement in one's daily life.
Okay. So, if you catch a pori, what will you do to help you clean quicker?
Well, that varies upon a situation. As when I suffer through severe cold, I generally prefer to ask the doctor for some types of medications, because it may be because severe cold may be a symptom of something, some big disease. But when it is a common cold, and then I don't take any medications, and I only do home remedies, and it dissolves within a week or two.
Do you pay attention to public information about health?
Yes, definitely. I'm very keen on the public information that is provided by the WHO or any other institution, as newer studies are finding different aspects of certain foods which we have been consuming from a long time, and the results are very surprising, as the products that we are consuming since a long time may have some serious types of health benefits. So it is very important to stay up to date with all the guidelines to lead a happier and healthier life.
Okay. So, what could you do to have a healthier lifestyle?
Well, in my opinion, the main thing to integrate to have a healthy lifestyle is consuming certain type of healthy foods, one should always look forward to eating more healthier and homemade food as compared to the food that is served in the local markets, as the homemade food is, as it is almost it is as the homemade food is almost guaranteed to be pure and clean. Adding on to that, I believe that a person should always prefer some type of exercises, or should have some type of walks in their daily routines.
So now we're moving to part T. So before we start, we'll have 1 minute to make some notes. All right? So here is your topic. I would like you to describe an occasion when you had to wait a long time for someone or something for it all. We'll have 1 minute time to make some notes. Okay, sir. All right. So remember, you have 1 to 2 minutes for this. So do not worry if I stop you. I will tell you when the time is up. Then start speaking local.
There comes a moment in everyone's life where they have to wait for certain event or certain thing to happen. I am going to tell you about an instance that happened in my life, where my friend who had left a long time ago returned after so much time. So I am talking about my friend Aditya, who left for Canada about 3 years ago. So he left there to pursue his career and for future studies, as he wanted to become independent. So he left in about 3 years ago, and at that moment we were very sad, but also there is a silver lining to every cloud, because as for us it was a very heartbreaking moment, but for him he was going to become very independent and successful. So he returned after 3 years, and we were quite joyous about his after his returning, and all of his parents and peers were present at the airport to pick him, and and in my opinion the wait was worth the time waiting for him was worth the wait, because it was a very as it was a very long time, as he was facing some issues over there because of some difficulties in all the formalities, but after sorting all of them out, he took the next flight and came to meet us. We all were very happy and felt over cloud nine after meeting him, and overall that was my experience of waiting for someone, and it was not a very bad experience, but it taught us many things, and overall it was worth the wait. I'm wait.
Thank you for the culture. So we have been talking about actually when you wait, have to wait. So I have some more discussion topics on this. So first, let's talk for arriving early. In what kind of situation should people always arrive early?
Well, as far as I'm concerned, people should always arrive early to a formal meeting or any function, because it is always safer to be on the to be precautious, because sometimes sometimes there may be any errors or some traffic jams which may lead to the person getting late. So in my opinion, it is a very beneficial to be about 10 to 15 minutes early from the arrival time which is being given to the person.
In what kind of situation should people arrive at it?
In formal meetings or any business meetings or in a workplace, a person should always try to stay early, and because it will keep them in a safer side, as there is no guarantee about the traffic of the city or the state they are in, and there may be some legal formalities or any other different types of things that has to happen before the work. So it is better to be on the safer side.
How important it is to arrive early in your country?
Well, generally, people in my country are not not very well. People in my country are not very when we are not very certain of reaching at a people in my country are not very punctual of time, as it is not their habit, but because of some certain as I told you previously, because of some traffics or any other formalities that are to be done before the arrival time or schedule time, one person should always be on time. And in my opinion, it is a very crucial element in one person's life, as it keeps the person in a safer side and always and is always a beneficial activity to do.
How can modern technology help people to arrive early?
Well, from my perspective, modern technology has now advanced to a degree that it has integrated itself into the lives of people. The cars have developed to such an extent that they can move very fast and be also be safe. So people can always travel through these cars, and adding on to that, they can also integrate different types of applications on their mobile phones, which remind them to do certain types of tasks, and can always use them. So there are many ways for a person to keep on time, and they should always integrate them into their lifestyle.
Okay, so let's talk about being patient now. What kind of jobs require be more patient?
Generally, there are many jobs which requires a lot of patience, but one job that has had my attention is the job of teaching, as I think that the teacher has to be the most patient one, because he has to handle a class of many students, and not all of them may be very bright. So he has to maintain his school and with every student, and try to be patient with everyone, as there may be many doubts from the students. So in my opinion, the teacher should be should be very patient and should always focus on the development of the students.
Is it always better to be patient in work?
Yes, definitely it is. It is a very crucial. Patience is a very crucial element in all the aspects of life. But in the field of work, one patience can get you through many difficult hurdles. As sometimes, sometimes there may be some situations in which the person has to wait or wait for someone, and he may lose his calm, and this may put his or her job in problem. So. I agree to this statement that patience is a main key to a good lifestyle and work culture.
Okay. So do you agree or disagree that the older the people are, the more patient they are?
Well, that may vary upon the on person to person, as some types of people have a nature in which they have become more impatient as their age passes, because they need they need all of the necessities at the time they need that. However, more of the population more of the population is inclined to become patient when they get older, because because the main reason is they get more wise that they are becoming older. It plays a key role in making them patient.
All right. At the end of discussion best.
And thank you, sir.
All right. So now let's talk about how you perform. So let's start with the part one, right? So in the part one, we talked about first about your studies. So you used some good words like endeavor, interest, keen on, right? And so these are the good words for those topic. Are there a few mistakes in that? Like integrate. So the pronunciation of the word is integrate. So make sure you pronounce correctly. Otherwise, there was only one grammar mistake, that is to eating. Right. So it is to eat, not to eating. All right. And similarly with the topic of health, so the most of the questions are relevantly answered. You talked about a genuine reason why that particular thing is happening. So always do that. Always paraphrase the question and make sure you are giving a reason to every answer. So the words like crucial and surprising and keen on were again used. So would work for that. Try to add more of adjectives in your part one so that your answers are better. Okay. Now let's talk about the clue card. So the clue card was when we have to wait for a long time. So overall, I think there's a problem with the clue card. In the very first part, you should describe that, I'm going to talk about a time when I had to wait on the airport as one of my relatives or friends was coming back after 3 years. So you did not describe that fully. You talked about your story first, right? But it was not clear why you had to wait for a long time. So this would be incorrect. First, whatever you want to talk, whatever is your topic, whatever is your idea, right? First talk about that and then start with your story. And this is very important. Otherwise, most of the topic would sound irrelevant because you are not basically talking about the main thing. All right. So you spoke for more than 2 minutes, but the problem is the content was not exactly as was required. All right. So work on that. Still, there was 2 idioms that were used. Silver lining, like so the correct version is every cloud has a silver line. Okay. So make sure you use the idioms properly. And I was on cloud 9. So these are the 2 idioms that you used. So otherwise the fluency was good. Still, you can add few more connectors in your speaking so that you can further improve. But the main problem was that you were not exactly telling this main topic which you want to speak on. So work on that. So let's move to part 3 now. So for part 3, I think the first question, what kind of situation people have to arrive early. So this was wrong initially. The idea was wrong. So make sure you understand the question, or even you can ask the examiner to paraphrase or, to re-speak those answers. So he can, again, repeat the question for you. So it's very important to understand. So in what kind of situations should people write? We end up about when people are going for an exam or for an interview, right? So these are basically when they're going for in their office. These are some of the situations when people should arrive early. Next was how important it was to arrive early. So again, you got stuck in this question as well, right? So try to avoid getting stuck, right? So you can add some phrases like, when it seems to be a difficult question for me, so that you can buy some time to have an idea of what you can actually speak on the topic. All right, question third was fine when we talked about the modern technology. And the crucial word is overall is getting repeated. So you can use the words like imperative, necessary, essential. Don't use the same word again and again, right? A few more connectors like adding to that you used, however you use. So yes, these are good connectors. You can add more for this. So overall, with today's performance, this could be around 6.5 to 7 bands. So if you can work on your cue card, then you can get a 7 score. Or otherwise, if you're not speaking with the main idea first, then you might end at 6.5. All right. So this was your speaking mock test, and I hope you find the feedback useful.
Thanks.